Welcome to the Sunday Night Army YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me today, and I am super excited that you guys are able to watch this video on YouTube because all the streaming platforms have been amazing lately. Thank everybody for listening, but having a lot of trouble getting through to YouTube. I have mentioned recently that we've hit over 90 countries, streaming worldwide on every single platform you can imagine worldwide for podcasts and music. YouTube, well, here we are. We got 46 subscribers, and let's try to get that a little bit higher up. By the way, this is the team. We're coming for the playoffs, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Yeah, so that's super exciting. World Cup, cool. Good times happening over there. Crazy, crazy games. But here today to kind of give you everybody an update on what's happening, because you've seen 2 episodes a week, music artists coming out since the last week of November, all accumulating in a fantastic episode on Christmas Day. Christmas Day is going to be an episode of music. And what I mean by that again? Well, 4 artists, 4 Christmas songs. It's going to be all just them, just music. It's me talking, playing a song, and all their new Christmas music that from names that you've probably heard of if you've listened to the show. So look forward to that on Christmas Day. So if you're driving anywhere Christmas Day, make sure you hear the episode, and I'll give you some cool new music, Christmas music to enjoy your afternoon too. But until then, you've noticed Spotify playlist also updated. That's great. Tons of songs over there from all these music episodes that have been coming out again twice a week. For those that haven't paid attention, Instagram blowing up, Twitter out of this world. Good times. So make sure you guys are following on social media. Now, what's happening in the new year? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the show is not going to have any other episodes besides the music series until New Year's Day. New Year's Day is, of course, a Sunday. I don't miss Sundays. There'll be an episode on New Year's Day. Now, what kind of episode? Well, that's a big surprise because I'm not going to have a guest. So let's get that out of the way. No big names coming on the show on the 1st of January. Very close to my birthday. It's a week later. But I will have a lot of new things on the show. A lot of things we'll be talking about. And you'll hear a lot of different music things. Maybe an intro. Who knows? That's going to be put together and put out to everybody so you can hear and just, changing it up like I always do. If you can notice that if you guys noticed, the intro music has been changing, rotating through the beats I have that are my favorite. January 1st, something really, really cool that I have coming up for you guys. So check that out when it drops. But until then, enjoy what's going on. A bunch of new artists, fantastic indie artists from all over the place, all over the world, Sweden, UK, US, Canada, all over the place. Last couple episodes. So that's great stuff. Now, let's get to the main thing today, which I want to kind of share with you guys. And it's the end of the year since it's my 3-year anniversary this week of the show. 3 years. That's what I do. And how would I know that? Well, I knew it was sometime this week, but Twitter notified me that it's been 3 years of the Sunday Night Army since I created the account. So it's technically December 19th, but I'm just accumulating it to now 3 years. And it's been an insane. I think this week I'm dropping tomorrow, Wednesday, episode 222 or 223, something like that. So that's a bunch of episodes, a lot of music, a lot of artists, celebrities, guests, a lot of other cool stuff. And I want to go over my top 10. Let's go do that right now. And let's see if any of these are surprises. I know I mentioned some of these before, but I want to go over some of these in detail. So here are, starting from number 10. And this goes by listens. So obviously, number 1 will be no surprise to anybody. But some of these in between will be. And some of the episodes you think a lot of people have or haven't listened. Well, here we go. Number 10 is an episode called Facebook Porn and Fact Checkers. This was one of the episodes where I'm just talking about myself, kind of covering how Facebook failed then to limit some of the porn that was aggravating my accounts, trying to follow, comment, like, subscribe, and all that other crazy stuff, and sending messages, just really weird stuff, and fact checkers on how you can prove fact checkers wrong really easily on Facebook. So all of that was I think a year and a half ago. So that was a crazy episode. Lots of listens for that one. So it was a good one. It was a good one. Covered a lot of things. Go check that one out. Now it's number 10, 10th most listened episode, and it's in the last 3 years. Number 9 is one fantastic guest. Stoop the Rapper is number 9. And if you haven't heard this episode, crazy talent, fantastic guy. He's got his mind straight. He knows what's going on. Good music. I think Paradise was the track that was on this show. Yeah, just a cool guy. And we've kind of kept in touch all over the social media a little bit. But yeah, good episode number 9. Stoop the Rapper in the music series. It was a really good show. Really cool guy. Number 8, Alicia Toner, another fantastic Canadian artist that came on the show in the music series. And number 8 just tells you how much talent I've had on the show. Again, great music, great track, and no shock that half of these are the music series, because I have fantastic artists on the show. It's just plain and simple, just how it is. Alicia Toner tells you right there. Now, number 7, Someone Hates Pickup Trucks and Other Things. So that was a good episode. It was my reaction to a columnist out of Toronto that really disliked pickup trucks and said that we shouldn't drive them. So it was kind of the beginning of the entertainment news type of thing series, and it was a good episode. It ranked number 7, so it was very controversial. I kind of took his article and broke it down a little bit, and it didn't age well, let me tell you, because it was from someone that rides their bike to school or work, excuse me, journalists daily, and just didn't understand why these types of vehicles are necessary. So I kind of gave him my point of view and tagged him in it on social media, and kind of explaining why it's number 7, because I was a little controversial. Number 6, music series, again, DJ Sharpcut. Now this is DJ Sharpcut is someone who does a lot of things. And I appreciate having him on the show because it's a comedian, musician, all those crazy things out in California. Does a lot of stuff. And there was a really good episode, very popular because of the name. Lots of listens. That's why it's number 6. Great person, great music, a funny guy. And so it was a fantastic show. Number 5, the music series continues here, because music series featuring Balo. Balo was on the show November. That track has been in my playlist since that day. And if you're into hip hop and a lot of the cool stuff, R&B, almost a hip hop. Well, this is a hip hop track, but has some R&B elements, trap elements. Really good stuff. It's high on the playlist. It's on a playlist, but like on my top 5 episodes of all time in 3 years, because you have to listen. The music's great and people react to it. And Balo did a great job. It was a quick episodes. We went in, we talked about things and played the track. Boom. Insane. Top 5. And that makes sense. The same thing with number 4, because another music series episode is number 4 highest listened to episode of the Sunday Night Army. Here. That. Right Eye Tai. Right Eye Tai, producer, record label owner, all the other cool guy, artist, rapper, R&B singer, whatever, all that cool stuff. Just again, insane episode because of the talent. I have such high talent on this show. That's why I love independent music, because it brings artists like this. And top 4 episode of all time of my show. Out of all the episodes I've done, all the crazy topics, celebrities, everything else, music series dominating half of these are music series. Tells you that right there. That's why you need to check out these episodes. Number 3 should be no surprise. I'm surprised this episode is even higher, but it's close. It's almost number 2, but it's number 3 by a couple listens. That's how close this one is. It's very close. It's only about like 19 listens, which is absolutely nothing in the podcast listening. 19 listens is absolutely nothing. That could change in days if anybody goes back and listens to this episode. But special guest Hurricane Peter McNeely, the guy who fought Tyson. It was an extremely long episode, crazy interview. And this was an interview that we both did in a very relaxed mode. I know he was poolside. I was in a relaxed mode myself, and we just had a candid conversation about his experience in boxing, history of boxing for him, the what led up to the Tyson fight, during the Tyson fight, and after, and his life now. So it was an insane interview, really in depth, and it was one of the special ones. One of the special ones because it tagged a lot of history, and especially in the sport of boxing. So if you want to check out a special guest, the Hurricane Peter McNeely, that's at number 3 most listened to episode. And again, it barely separates 2 and 3. Like it's almost none, because number 2 is the body positive episode, and that's my actually second episode of all time. And be no surprise that the second episode is number 2. So that's the second we'll listen to. And now it was one of the longer episodes at the very beginning of the show's creation. And I really went in depth on body positivity. And I think it goes both ways, male and female. Everybody has issues, and we really dug in deep with my guest there. Now, food labeling and shameless self-promotion is number 1. It is the first episode of the show. No surprise, it's the episode everybody listens to, and then by a mile, it's the most listened to episode of the Silent Army because it is the first episode, and that's off the charts. Like it's going to be very hard for any episode to catch it, because it's insanely ahead of everybody else. So it's just one of those things. But I'm sure some of these episodes can easily catch it in the long run. Yeah, again, one thing to listen to me talk about certain things, and it's another thing to get these fantastic music artists and topics to entertain you. So I'd rather do that than listen to me talk the entire time, unlike right now. But anyway, that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed that top 10 list more in depth, and it's going to be very close this year of some of these changing. We'll revisit this next year, at the end of next year when it's 4 years, and see where everything stands then. I'm sure there will be changes because I already see some episodes moving very close to the top 10. But for now, that's top 10, all these crazy episodes. If you guys enjoyed that. And don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the subscribe button right here on the YouTube. Tell your friends, like, file, share if you can on all streaming platforms or whatever you are listening to, Twitter, Instagram. Make sure you share on socials. And yeah, we'll do this again in the new year. That's it. Have a good one, and listen for the Christmas episode and the New Year's episode coming up in a few weeks. Until then, enjoy the music series because that's all there is. Until then, thank you. Talk to you guys soon.